Okay. Good morning, Mr. Ford. How are you? Linford Bastien. Can you tell Dr. Joseph what important information you have pertaining to a rehabilitation center or the Nature Isle Rehabilitation Center?
Basically, it was long that Dominica needed one like that because there are many persons that you see on the streets, and when you are an alcoholic or you have any substance abuse problem, people tend to like castigate you and leave you back. Even family members will turn their back on you, and there are many persons from all walks of life who have addiction problems. Some of them have it hidden, but some of us, like in my case, it's outspoken. And we are quiet sufferers in terms of people look at us and they say, all right, that person does not care. And addiction has respect for nobody. You could be a lawyer, you could be a doctor, you could be a Socrates, you could be a very intelligent or educated person, and yet still you're a sufferer. And we feel sometimes in ourselves we have nobody to reach out to. Number one is the ignorance in terms of the illness, because addiction itself is an illness. You try to live it, and without help or without a support system, you are left behind. And it can be very painful because you look back on your life and you see persons that you knew, they are way ahead of you. Sometimes you look at what you have lost. Some of us have lost our families, we have lost friends, we have lost wives, in terms of the connection, in terms of the unity, in terms of homes, and then we become quiet sufferers, even to the point where some of us contemplate suicide. And because of the lack of education and the lack of knowledge out there disseminated to the public, people tend to castigate us out of ignorance because they don't really understand that it's not just willpower can really fight an addiction. You really need help. You look around Dominica and you see so many persons on the streets. Some of them are homeless, nobody to turn to. And when you are in that situation, it only gets worse if you do not get help. And every year that a person remains like that, it becomes worse and worse and worse and worse. First of all, it takes away your livelihood, it takes away your life, it takes away your health, and the last thing you know is death. And it leaves you what is called stranded, in the sense that you are neglected. There's so many persons that you look on the street, you see them, and when you get to the story, these are persons that were way up in life already, but due to maybe misadventure or certain problems, they end up adding alcohol or certain drugs. Sometimes they go and experiment with a friend and then they get hooked.
So can we add your name to the list for one of our Nature Isle Rehabilitation Center members?
Yeah, I would really like my name to be added because I've been a sufferer of alcohol for a very long time. My alcoholism, it comes in different forms.
Now, would you be interested in our food and therapy sessions whereby we can provide food to our persons, our members, and ensure before they come into the sessions they can have a meal to eat?
Yes, this is extreme. This is really important.
Also, would you be interested, because I know that you are a very intelligent man with computers. We try to not just provide therapy and sessions, so we want to make sure the members within the rehabilitation center can be employed so they can gain some of what they have lost based in their capabilities and their profession. So what is your profession?
Well, actually, I do agriculture and computers.
Which one comes first?
Computers.
Okay, but we
Yeah.
call it Nature Isle for a reason. So welcome on board.
Thank you very much.
Okay, nice interviewing you today.